Let's be honest, your 5-stack probably isn't that good. You're just farming solos and people who don't deserve to be in Unreal. Ranked matchmaking in Fortnite Ballistic is really broken, allowing people that don't deserve to be in the top rank to get there. So you and your friends are steamrolling teams who barely shoot back, don't have any comms, and feels great until you face real players and get absolutely smacked. The issue isn't that ranked is inherently bad, it's that you're not learning anything from these wins and you're developing bad habits. So today, in this video, I'm going to go over how you can actually learn things from your ranked games that you can apply to either competitive or your ranked games against better opponents. Most of the time when you're in a 5-stack, everyone's just running at the enemy. Everyone's laughing, not really commenting anything. They're just chasing kills. Impulse players are impulsing down as fast as they possibly can to get there. And everyone's just doing dumb plays that somehow work. People tend to get overconfident. Sometimes you'll even probably hear your teammates say, "Man, I'm so good." But in a better matchmaking system, a lot of those players would never play you. So, when you take those 5-stack games and you're running through everyone, and you finally get a game where you're up against a team that actually knows how to rotate and use utility and trade, if you continue to play the same way you were playing, you will lose every time. The good news is that even if your team's running people down, you can still treat ranked as a personal training ground. So here's what to focus on individually. First, it's discipline. There are plenty of opportunities for you to practice discipline while your teammates are just running things down. On defense, if you're solo holding a site, just hold the site. See if they rotate in from your teammates' push. See if you can hold them back. On offense, if your teammates are running up middle, hold the defensive push. See if you can stop an enemy that's overextending. Aim you can practice in an aim trainer. Playing smart in an actual game is something that you need to practice in something like ranked or 10-mans. Second, focus on utility usage. Now this doesn't just go for smokes and flashes, this is also gadgets as well. Focus on not wasting your gadget. Focus on actually using smokes and flashes. On defense, if you see someone pushing, throw a smoke down to stop them. Throw a flash to slow them down a little bit. If you're on offense, let's say you're on a post plan, focus on using that smoke to cut off a key choke point and stop the opponents from coming in and defusing the bomb. And, much like smokes and flashes, use your gadgets effectively. It's one thing to just throw 2 of your nades down a certain area. It's another thing to use them as info, throwing early in rounds at a choke point, or to clear a corner when you're going in to retake a site. Don't just throw utility, throw it right. By using your utility, you can keep rounds structured even when your teammates' brains are off. 3. Focus on positioning. Going back to the solo site hold example, positioning is something that is very easy to work on in these ranked games. Practice fallback spots when you're defending a site and you need to reposition. Figure out what spots are easiest to hold a site. What angles you need to be wary of when you're holding a site. Focus on where you should be in a post plan. All of these things are easy to work on, even when your teammates are just pushing through. 4. Communication. This is probably the easiest one to work on. In a lot of these 5-stacks, people are just laughing, or sometimes they're not saying anything at all. But as a teammate, you can work on telling people what you see, what utility the opponents are using, what utility you're using, telling people when you hear noise or don't hear noise. All of these things make you a better teammate. And if you intend to be a competitive player, communication is something you're going to need to do effectively. So this is a great way to practice. And lastly, information gathering. While it may not be as fun to get less kills when you're playing right, you can use that opportunity to properly learn how to gather information. The key is to focus on what's happening around the map. If your team's pushing one side and they're encountering resistance, that means you can likely take some space on your own side. If they're pushing and they're not, it means that you need to probably watch out for the site that you're holding. Track the kill feed. See who's dying. See what gadgets are still available. If a smoke goes down and you see that the scans player is dead, maybe you have an opportunity to push through it. If you're trying to push a site and you notice that both the molly and nades player are dead, you probably won't encounter any gadget resistance if you're trying to push. This is a high-level awareness and decision-making that takes a lot of time to learn, so you should be using all of your ranked games to help build this skill set. Now that's a lot of things that you can focus on, and if I'm being honest, it's going to be difficult for someone to do all of those things at once. So here's how you do it. Every ranked session, just pick one of those skills to sharpen. Let's say one night you really want to focus on communication. The next session, you want to focus on how to use your utility properly. Now it won't be a one ranked session and you figure it all out. It's going to require a lot of practice. But over time, if you focus on each one of these skill sets, you're going to get better and better. And when you finally run into a team that matches or outplays your stack, all of those things that you worked on, all those solo focused habits, they'll pay off. You'll know how to slow the game down, manage utility, reposition intelligently, and communicate with your team. In all honesty, they'll probably need you to take charge. That's where you separate yourself from casual players. So stop measuring your skill by how many players your stack stomps. Measure it by how well you play when things fall apart. Every ranked session should teach you something about your discipline, your timing, your decision making, or your communication. The goal isn't perfect lobbies, it's personal consistency. So, if your friends are farming ranked for ego, go ahead and let them. You can still use the same games to become a smarter player. And hopefully, if you play with intent, you can keep track of what you're learning, and you'll see your improvement over a short period of time. If you want me to make a follow-up breaking down how to structure personal training goals in ranked, leave a comment down below. And if this helped reframe how you approach easy games, hit like and subscribe. It really helps. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.